I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hey, I'm Chris Hall of History Shark Productions, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, yes. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, November 6th, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Wow, I got something happening here. I don't know what. Well, look, it is the day after the election, and half of the country is devastated. The other half may be elated. Right now, it's time to get to work. We need to get this country back on track. We need the economy to be strong. We need inflation to go down, and we need more jobs back here. We need security. We need law enforcement support. And I pray that we can all just move forward, do your thing, right? Just keep on keeping on, because to be honest, not much changes for the rest of us worker bees. We just got to keep moving. You just got to let it go. And we just gotta go to work. I know we can do it. This country has come together more times than I can certainly count. So let's have a good time. Frederick is a great place to be, no matter. And I hope we all remember that. All right, here is a rundown of today's show. We got local news, weather, and sports with Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. And I'm going to tell you all the events happening in Frederick. We've got some really fun stuff coming up soon, as well as stuff happening the rest of this week into the weekend. And I chat with Audi from Frederick Social. She announces Social Eats, and you get to see a couple of the dishes, and I got to taste them, that are available for her weekly food ordering program. It's really, really cool. And it's healthy. It's good for you. And it can meet so many of your dietary restrictions if you have them. And then Tamara with Shepherd Pratt, we talked turkey trot. And boy, was I off by thousands in the participants. It's unbelievable what they've done. This is their 22nd year. And I might have to try to go. I really do. I might have to try to go. And then Michelle from North Park Market Pop Shop talks root beer tastings for the family and Christmas candy that is in the shop. All right, buy the merch. I don't think we sold anything for October. I haven't gotten an update. Actually, let me just double check here. But I do not believe there has been any deposit. So this means, unfortunately, I'll just kick in. I'm going to kick in on my own to make sure that I don't think, did it come? I think it used to come Venmo. Angie is great about making sure if I was to get paid, I would get paid. But I do not believe that there were any sales. So this means that, I take that back. I see it here. Oh, it's been in there since the 2nd. I did not pay attention. All right, we add $70 to the total. Well, thank you guys very much. $70 gets added to the total for Christmas Cash for Kids. That's totally on me. Angie took care of it. I knew she would right away. I just never got an email. Sometimes I get an email alerting me, and I did not. That's on me 100%. So thank you. All right. So pretty consistent. We got the $70. We have now until the end of November to continue that. And if you can stop by the shop. If you can't stop by the shop, message me what you want, and I will take care of it, okay? I'll get it to you. I'll send you a link. I will make sure that you get what you want. We'll figure it out. It's all for the kids of Frederick County, of course. That is the most important thing. Good morning, Tara Happy Wednesday. Mama Cone is also on. She comments so early, though, that it doesn't show up because she comments before the stream actually starts. She comments on the kind of the holding thing. Anyway. All right. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on our way to 1,500 by January 13th. That is our goal. 1,500 by January 13th. Also, text 888-465-2944 to be invited to the 200th show on January 13th. It is a Monday. We're going to do something from like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So even if you want to drop by before work, I'm going to do something live. And you can be on the show if you want, or you can just come and maybe win some great prizes. Okay. I've got a lot of great prizes. All right. Don't forget about the podcast. If you're in your car and you're listening or you're driving and you just want to listen to the show, you can do that anytime. Look for us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, as well as YouTube podcast platform. All right. Let's go ahead and get this Wednesday started. All right, I want to thank our show sponsor, We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or somewhere around the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that whole thing easy. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a great supporter of this community that we love. WeHelpYouMove.com for more information about them. All right, I just got a text from Shannon Flannery who says she's opening up the store today, making stuff happen. All right, so here we go. We are going full on with this Everything Frederick shop, the home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. Look, she can't keep that store open if you guys don't support the store. So please stop by, make a point. 4th and Market, there is free parking on I'm assuming that's the north side, well, east side of 4th Street. So East 4th Street is all free parking. Come over. If you know where that little convenience store is, don't park in their parking lot. They get freaked out. But anyway, right across from that shop is the home of Everything Frederick. Shannon opened that shop to support local artisans and local business and give people a place to hold meetings and have craft nights and do all the things, okay? She can't keep it open without our support. So we are going to kick butt. It is the first day of being awesomer, and we're going to do it. All right, let's find out what's happening in local news, weather, and sports right now. All right. Good morning.
Excuse me. I am out of breath. I apologize. I was outside doing a victory lap.
Now. Let's be gracious.
I'm as gracious as it was 4 years ago.
Well,
that's as much as I'm going to do.
I know, but stooping to that level, look, it is what it is. Either way, I would feel the same way, but we just got to get to work, come together as Americans, and know that if you want change, you can make change happen.
Yep.
And if you are, if you're happy about things, let's just be.
And yes, I am happy about things. So I got to admit, it was what I was hoping was going to happen, and it happened. So yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. I'm a happy camper. Now, not all of it, of course. Obviously, there's some races here in Frederick and Maryland still need to be fixed, but I'm still pretty happy.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think, and look, this is where it comes down to that local elections affect us the most, right? So I don't think people really grasp all of that. I know there are so many things that I think we could improve with the voting. Here's what I'm happy about. I am happy that at 2 a.m. we knew a winner, even though there are still some states that are figuring out what's going to happen with the House of Representatives. I think is still kind of up in the air, but everything else looks to be fairly complete. Florida did not mess around. Let me tell you, I think 4 years ago, or maybe even 8 years ago, Florida was one of the last to come in. Florida announced it was like 10. It was the first one.
Yeah. Well, here's what happened. They decided to change things. They started counting when the early votes came in. They started counting them right away. So they already knew. They already knew what was going on there. So, and I think that other counties and other states need to take a look at what Florida does and change the way they're doing things. I mean, I was like, what do you mean we can't start counting till after the ballots close here in Frederick County? That's ridiculous.
Well, here's what I would like to see. I would like to see some of the rules be federal. Like, there should be some things that no matter what state you're in, it is the same. Showing an ID, or, when you can vote, when you can mail in ballot, when you can register. Like, some of that to me should be designated from the federal level. I don't like that some states can do certain things. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm sure there's arguments for it, the local people deciding what happens, but I don't know. I just feel like it should be kind of across the board the same.
Good morning, by the way. Sorry I'm late as usual. I would agree with what you just said, especially at federal level checking IDs. I think that's extremely important, and that shouldn't be a partisan thing. I mean, you should know who is voting in our country, and you should be a citizen. I'm sorry, it's just how I feel. So I would agree on that. Definitely think that should be federal too. Also, real quick, me and Bob were talking about, and I know this is Good Morning Frederick, but I just want to kind of, go into real quick. We're talking about voting, and a big thing for me, and me and Bob talked about this morning, was out in California. That a lot of people aren't talking about. George Gascon didn't get reelected as the district attorney. And to me, that just kind of goes to show that, even in California, people really are concerned about security. And that's I think, the biggest thing with this election.
Yeah, but and I hear you. And this happened in Frederick a couple years ago. It's funny because people want law and order or security, or they want, people who support law enforcement. And so they vote for somebody who's going to do that. But everybody else they vote for have very liberal policies that are going to go against it. So then you put somebody in an office where they're constantly fighting, trying to do what they're trying to do, when the liberal policies that people vote in. It is still baffling to me. The people that have North Carolina, for instance, a lot of people from New Jersey, New York, the New England states moved down to North Carolina to get away from the policies that are in place in the states they're in. And they bring the same things to those states, which is why some of these states, Texas even in parts, have gone purple. I don't understand that thinking. If you're escaping an area because of the policies or the way things have gone down, I can't believe you don't shift your thinking to think, well, maybe we ought to start trying to do something different.
Well, absolutely. I think they say they can do it better. You see it, and it's happened here in Frederick. I mean, you look at when I first started voting, there was no chance that you were going to have a Democrat elected in Frederick County. Now, it might be Maryland, but not from Frederick County. And that's changed. It's now a blue county, and people move up. Like, oh, I want some space. I want this, but they bring their ideas with them. And then they all say the same thing. Well, we can do it better. We know how to do it better. It's just like the young kids out there.
Republicans do that too. Like the progressive Republicans do the same thing. Give me a little bit more money and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make it better. And you're exactly right. That is very true.
Yep, absolutely. But
my thing is you have to look at the actions of what people have done instead of what they're saying. And I think we need to get beyond the fact that people give into the speeches and the ads and all of that stuff and see the historical way people have acted. And that is going to tell you a lot more than anything else.
And the reason why is it, and me and Bob talked about this, why is Frederick County blue? It's because of Frederick City. Frederick City's blue, and that bleeds into the county because more people live in Frederick City. Now, a lot of people in Frederick County, I notice, the issue they have with all the people coming from other areas of Montgomery County, and the two of you as a lifelong resident, so you can say better than me, is the fact that Frederick County is turning more into a urban area. It seems like we're losing the farms, we're losing, all these different agricultural things that made Frederick County what it is. And I think that's what really burns up most of the residents in Frederick County. Again, two of you lifelong residents, so you'll know better than me.
Well, if you look at Maryland and how the counties broke down, we are like crimson red on the outsides and kind of coming inward. Once you get to Montgomery County, Baltimore, even Washington County, I think, it's that.
No, they were red. They were red.
They did go red. Okay. So
Howard
it's really
County.
Just PG, Montgomery, Baltimore.
Yep.
And it's the same fact that those three areas control that. This is the big problem, I think, when we talk about the electoral and county breakdown and all of that, is that the weight of these populated areas outweighs probably the majority of the people. It's like that, in other states too, of course. Like even California, you looked at where California was red, red in a lot of those, eastern cities, all the agriculture, all those people are red. And then you got the big cities that carry the state. So
you take a look at New York. Okay. California has a lot of major cities in that state. Well, you take a look at New York. New York's a huge state. It's got one major city in that whole state. It's that little island south that makes up the entire voting of that whole state. New York's a red state. The state itself, it's a red state, but that little area just under in New York City is so populated, that's what turns the state blue.
Yeah. Anyway, just the point that local elections matter. It's very important to, support. So I saw so far. Now, how long are they going to take for the Board of Education to finalize that? Do you know?
You know what? I don't know. I think that they, you look at them and I saw some election results in Frederick. And so they already they've already counted the mail-in ballots. So I can't imagine them having to wait. I mean, provisional ballots have not been recorded, but they have early voting, they have election day, and they have mail-in. I can't imagine them going very farther. I don't know how many more mail-in ballots they have. And we all remember what happened during the county executive race where Michael Huff had a strong lead. And next thing you know, it was like magically, poof, it was gone.
Yeah. So, it looks like then, if what I read was correct, Jamie Brennan, Colt Black, and Janie Monier were the top three.
Jamie Brennan got the most of the 49,000. Colt Black at about 48 and change, and then Janie had 43,000. So that looks like your new members of the Board of Education, if all stays the same.
Sure.
And we had all three on the Morning News Express, and they all brought up great points. Colt Black has really been vocal on what's going on in the school systems. And I really think after COVID hit, that's when people really started paying attention to these school board elections, because people got to see what their kids were learning and what was going on in their school systems. And one thing that Colt Black brought up on the show with me and Bob that most people didn't was the fact that people are looking about what's being taught in schools, but they're not looking about their taxes. what they're paying in taxes and the budgets for the school board system. And Colt actually brought up a good point. He said, because my thing was, I agree teachers should get paid more here in Frederick because we're afraid to lose them to Montgomery County. But Colt Black brought up a point, and he said, well, let's stop paying these top, administrators all this money and let it trickle on down to the teachers who truly, truly, really deserve it. So that's a good point that he brought up. The other candidates didn't bring up.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I've noticed on social locally that a lot of people are very upset with the choices, but it makes me laugh because there are obviously some Democrats and a lot of independents who voted for those people. And so, I think what parents want is the school system to stay out of the lives and effects of their children other than the reading, writing, math, and science, right? And so right. I think, when people are very upset, you need to look around your own crews because there are some people, and this is, the same when Sheriff Jenkins got elected along with Jessica Fitzwater and a very liberal, alderman or whatever we voted for at that time. People still wanted that law and order, even though they brought in somebody who was more liberal in a county executive. So I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. It is a bright, sunny day. Life continues for us worker bees. We're going to keep coming to work, like you said yesterday, Bob. And if you want to affect change, start now and run for an office, really.
I want to bring up this point real quick because you talk about the Board of Education and parents. I'm a parent who has 2 young children. So this meant a lot to me. And I told this to the people running for the Board of Education. As a father, with my oldest daughter left elementary school to go to middle school, I didn't feel comfortable with her going to Frederick County Public Middle Schools. I'm sorry, I just didn't. I didn't feel comfortable with the education, so I spent all this money to send her to a private school, a Catholic school. And when she started this Catholic school, their education was much like ours when we were growing up. My daughter struggled heavily because there was a lot more homework, a lot more learning. Once she hit 7th grade, she started to get it more and she was doing better. Well, now she's back into public school, not in Frederick County, but in Carroll County. And she's so much far ahead of the other children who are in public school. Not to say that my daughter's better than any other kid. I'm not saying that. It's just the level of education. I'm sorry to say it. I'm just telling the honest truth for what I see as a citizen.
Yeah, it's your experience. And, I think there's a lot to be said for it. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So, again, news, there's no need to get into news. We're talking about the news. The news is obviously the local elections, and we got into what's going on with Neil Parrott, April Delaney. It's extremely close. I'm sure Bob mentioned before I came on. We'll have to wait on that. And, of course, Angela also Brooks, Larry Hogan, Angela also Brooks winning the Senate, which I had my opinions on that. My opinion was the fact that I just don't think the Democrats, that they trusted Larry Hogan to represent Maryland as a governor. I just don't think they trust him enough to represent the country and make big decisions that's going to affect the whole country, which is why I feel like the Democrats voted against him. And the Republicans, talked to my Republican friends, don't feel like he was right enough to vote for him. So a lot of them decided to sit out. So that was my whole opinion on that. But getting to weather real quick, today, partly cloudy this morning, then becoming cloudy later on in the afternoon, high of 81. And tonight, again, be cloudy. I don't see the percentage of chance of rain is very low, like 14%. So don't think we'll have any rain. 61 the low tonight. Taking a look at tomorrow, a high of 75, cloudy early with partial sunshine expected late. And then tomorrow night, clear, low of 43.
All right, in sports, the trade deadline came and went in the NFL, and both the Commanders and the Ravens were players. Commanders picked up a 4-time Pro Bowl cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints. New Orleans will also send a 2025 pick, 5th rounder to Washington. In exchange, the Saints have got a 2025 3rd round and a 4th round and a 3rd, 4th, and a 6th round pick from the Commanders. So they're playing for right now. Baltimore acquired Trey Davius White along with a 2027 seventh-round draft pick from the Rams in exchange for a 2026 seventh-round pick. The team announced the trade came just ahead of the NFL's 4 p.m. deadline. Also helped the Ravens because they've allowed a league-high 280.9 yards per game, along with 7.9 yards per pass, which ranks 28th. And that's about all that happened in sports. It was an election day yesterday. Nobody wanted to do anything.
That's right.
When's the last time you saw a Commanders fan get so excited like Danny just did when you mentioned the Commanders, Bob? Wow.
1995, probably.
Well,
Let me tell you.
She was walking around in diapers. She was walking in diapers and was happy.
Thank you for that. But here's the thing. I'm so unused to positivity from commentators, the general public, social. It is so foreign to see it. My brother and I were actually talking the other day and laughing about the fact that everyone on social, they have the Commanders, one of the top 6 teams that has the potential to go to the Super Bowl. They have the Commanders. They were all on that trade yesterday. I think it was a great trade. And they were saying how, what a difference when you get rid of the weight, the cloud, you cut out the cancer in that organization from top down. And they were saying that perhaps the Cowboys need to maybe do the same, but the invigoration of life at the Commanders is something I don't ever remember. Even the Joe Gibbs years, I think, we were as close to it as we are now, but this is such a young, unknown team. I have to give it to Dan Quinn. I at the beginning of the season, I have to admit I was calling him Boob Sweat because he wasn't doing very much, and I didn't think he was just sweating on the sidelines constantly. But I don't know. He seems to be putting together an organization that fans can get behind. So yeah, I mean, I would almost buy season tickets. I would almost go back into that lottery I waited 40 years for before, but
I'm just checking for boob sweat. That's
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, Danny's been hanging out with me and Bob way too long because that's something that we would say boob sweat on the air.
I think only women are allowed to say it. I don't think we're allowed to say it. I did because I am a Cowboys fan. The Cowboys also traded. They traded with Kansas City for a hot dog vendor. So. and they sent their first round draft pick next year and the year after for a hot dog vendor because they got a better arm than Dak Prescott right at the moment. So I'm sorry.
I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, you guys talking about your teams. I'm just worried about my quarterback standing up and breaking a hip at his age.
Yeah, right. Right.
I'd rather have a 80-something-year-old Joe Namath quarterback the Jets team with his pantyhose on than what we have now.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
All right. Well, have an awesome day.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, it's getting hot in here. So before I start boob sweating or boob lactating, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to go get some fresh air.
On that note, have an awesome day. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Oh, my gracious. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about all the events in our great community of Frederick. And then Audi with Frederick Social, we're going to introduce you to Social Eats. You're going to want to take part in this for sure. And Tamara with Shepherd Pratt talking Turkey Trot. And finally, Michelle, North Market Pop Shop, root beer tastings, and Christmas candy all coming your way. That is just after these couple messages.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining family beyond compare.
All right, let's talk about what, you know what I forgot to do? Here, yes, this is what I forgot to do. We got to talk about what's happening in Frederick, but while I'm loading I forgot to do here we go. Forgot to do this, but I'll go ahead and do this first. Sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company, cooking in small batches to ensure that the food is fresh as it can be. Let me tell you, they have amazing options. If you are planning a holiday party, if you are needing to cater anything, maybe a lunch, maybe you have guests over. I don't know why that didn't work there. If you are looking for that, Intense Barbecue, they are caterers at heart. They do happen to have a food truck, but they cater. So for instance, for my Christmas party, I've ordered the, pork, chicken, and brisket nacho bar. So basically they bring me everything I need and you need, my guests need, to make nachos with the, corn chips or Fritos. You put the meat on, all the toppings. Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. I love it. And that's what Intense Barbecue can do for you. SEBBQ.com. And now we'll do what's happening in Frederick. All right, let's get right into it. For the calendar with all the links, if you check out the description in each day show's video, you will see a clickable link to get to the calendar that has these and many more events on them. Don't forget, all month long, I don't know why that logo isn't coming through. It's on the screen. I redid it, but nope. Anyway, that is the Frederick County Animal Control logo that is in black. Just picture it in your head. Anyway, all dogs and cats 5 years or older are free to adopt. So if you've ever been thinking about this might be a great time to get a possum pet, please head to Frederick County Animal Control. These are currently the pets that are 5 years or older. And I want to cry with Marco. I mean, he was a stray. They found his owner, and the owner said, no, thanks. Oh, that makes me so sad. Somebody, please take that beautiful kitty home. All right, today you can get if you already have a possum pet, get them microchipped at Frederick County Animal Control on Rosemont Avenue from 10 to 3 today. At 11:30, head over to 200 Monroe to their bakery pop-up sale. These are the culinary students from FCC. Let me tell you, I ate at that restaurant. The food is amazing. They do a great job. Head over there if you'd like to stock up on some bakery items. Tonight, 5 to 7 p.m., let's come together at the home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. Just drop by, say hi. We are going to be there. It's called Cocktails and Conversations. It is really about an hour or two just to socialize, chat with people, get to know people better. I love it. It is one of the best networking events in the sense that it is small and intimate, and I meet new people every single time. So if you're looking for something to do this afternoon, please come on out, even for a minute. Okay? We'd love to see you. All right. Thursday, the special needs dance party is at FCF Church at 11:30. You can see Shane Gamble. He's amazing. He is at Rack Brewing, and there's line dancing at Thermont American Legion. Let's see. On Friday, Frederick at Night. Merchants are open late with fun goodies and specials. The Light Walk returns through March. and the Home of Everything Frederick will be open. So if you can't come Wednesday and you can't come Thursday, then how about Friday? You got to stop by. If we can keep this going, we need your help. So stop by, have a look around. We got some cool stuff, great gift items, gift ideas, and all of that. And you're supporting local. The Veterans Celebration at Old Mother is happening from 7 to 9, and live music at Benstown at 8 o'clock. Saturday, head over to the Common Market on 7th Street from noon to 3 and taste their sides, their Thanksgiving sides that they have. Their pasta dish was great. It was, what was it? It was a squash. It was a something, anyway, I don't know. I can't, it was delicious. It was real. Oh, no, it might've been pumpkin or something, but it was very good. It was almost like a mac and cheese. I mean, it was similar to a mac and cheese, but it was healthy, great options. Their gravy was amazing. They even have a vegan options. Of course, they have everything you could ever want. Let's see what else. Their cranberry sauce was really good too. I really loved that. I was not a huge fan of the vegan turkey substitute dish that they had. It was a little odd. It was walnuts and something, but I didn't love that. But everything else we had that day was delicious. And they have great pumpkin pies. They even have a vegan pumpkin pie that I actually liked as much as the normal pumpkin pie. And you can order those at Common Market. All right, 2, 3, and 4 o'clock on Saturday is the root beer tasting at North Market Pop Shop. 3 to 5:30 is that nonprofit fair at Hood College. Their nonprofits are looking for volunteers and board members. 5:30 is the Rotary Tip-Off Tournament at Hood College. And 6 to 8, I believe tickets are still available for the Harlem Wizards at FCC. That's a great time for everybody, the entire family. Kids will love it. It's very interactive and engaging. You're not just sitting watching a basketball game. These are like the Globetrotters, very fun to watch. Sunday, how about you can I did it again. Dang it. Okay, it's Saturday. It's Friday and Saturday, the Rotary Tip-Off Tournament. I forgot to change that. So Friday and Saturday is the Rotary Tip-Off Tournament at Hood College. Please ignore this Sunday one. If you look at the calendar, it is correct on the main calendar, okay? And then at 3, the U.S. Air Force Concert Band at the Weinberg. Let's talk about what's coming soon. A lot of great things. Maryland Lottery, we're doing daily giveaways right here on Good Morning Frederick starting Monday. You're going to text in, and I'm going to have instructions for you. You're going to text in every day. We're going to give somebody 10 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. And on December 20th, everyone who has entered will be eligible to win the wreath or tree. They change it up each year, made out of $100 worth of scratch-offs. It is so cute. It's amazing. What a great way to go into the holidays, potentially winning a lot of money. I mean, each one of those scratch-offs is typically worth $1,000 to $5,000. I mean, you could get very lucky. Who knows? November 16th, there's a lot of really great events to support some great organizations. Stuff a Truck is a food donation drive. Toys for Tots, of course, supports the Marine Corps in their program. And Kicking Up a Cure is a fundraiser for St. Jude's. Then on the 20th, anyone in Frederick County can get a free turkey at Nimio Field at Harry Grove Stadium. That is coming on the 20th, and we're talking to some of those organizers coming up. And Marion Bright, the double-decker Marion Bright Light Tour preview. Okay, I'm renting the Maryland double-decker. We are doing a fun pregame at the Home of Everything Frederick. We are doing the ride around Frederick to see the beautiful lights, and then stopping off at Benstown and finishing up at the Home of Everything Frederick. Tickets are $25. Love to have you on board. if you want, if you go to promocircus.com and click on Everything Frederick Live and find the calendar of events, right below it is a link and information for you to pay online or through Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and Zelle. Okay. If you want to come, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a great time. All right. More things coming soon. We've got the boats in the water coming on the 23rd for the Sailing Through the Winter Solstice. Christmas Bash for Kids is a live music event that's happening. Tickets are on sale for that. The 13th of December is the Kris Kringle procession. If you want your organization to participate, you need to register now through Celebrate Frederick. You look for them on Facebook and they have a link there. And then coming February 5th, it is the African Americans of Excellence exhibit kickoff. We are doing the reveal of the artwork from Yemi of all 7 African American honorees. It's going to be right here on this show, November 18th. And that's going to be a lot of fun. It's a great event, and it's really showcasing some of the people who make Frederick amazing. All right. If you want an event if you have an event you want to include on the calendar, email it to me, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. All right. Market makers. Let's talk about that. Again, I'm not prepared for some reason. I got myself we're going to bring it up though. We're going to, of course, bring it up because Healing Storm, Shannon and her team are amazing at creating an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued, especially if you have some pain, a lot of stress. They do massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and they have a whole healing journey program. Check out thehealingstorm.com. You can schedule an appointment and get more details. The Healing Storm, a place to unwind and recharge through alternative healing. Now I'm going to play the open. Actually, now that I think about it, it kind of works well that way. All right. Audi is an excellent creator of dishes, especially those that are healthy. She's excited to announce Social Eats, a program where you can pre-purchase her creations and they're made ready to heat and eat. You just pick them up and you got them for several days, which is awesome. Here's Audi to explain Social Eats. Audi.
Hello again.
Frederick.
Yes.
This is Frederick Social's, Audi's newest venture, Social Eats.
Yes.
So you are just amazing in putting things together that are so tasty and beautiful and good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
So this new venture of Social Eats is a food prep. What do you call it?
It's heat and eat.
Heat and eat.
Grab heat and eat meals. It's supposed to be a very simple service where you order what you want, pick it up like a to-go order, and then you heat it up when you're ready to eat it.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
it.
so easy. So people can go on to the website,
Right.
click on Social Eats, and just order each week on when do they have to order?
So to order Social Eats, you go online Monday through Wednesday to place your order for the following week.
Okay.
Okay. And online there are 7 meals and it's organized in 2 days. So there's a Monday pickup and a Thursday pickup because none of these dishes have any fillers or additives that allow them to stay longer.
Right.
I'd like people to consume the food within 5 days. So I do increments of 3 dishes and 4 dishes. So it gets you through the week if that's something that you're looking for.
Right. But everything stays fresh and delicious.
Right.
Okay.
So the idea behind Social Eats is it's all plant-based, all ingredients made from scratch, and really looking at food as a way to not only get healthier, but demonstrate that plant-based eating can be gourmet. I mean, if you they can be fancy, they can be delicious, they can be full of flavor, and you don't have to figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for you.
Yeah. And you provide with each meal the breakdown of everything.
Right. So each dish will have a label on it of all the ingredients that are in there, as well as a good by date.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. All right. So we are trying the, what is this?
Here, use this because there's
Okay.
there's curry in there.
Okay.
So this is coconut crusted tofu over a lemongrass curry and jasmine rice.
Okay. Oh my God. So delicious. I mean, there is no way. I don't not like tofu. I would never like look at it on a menu and go, oh, I want the tofu. Right?
And that's the thing. Oftentimes, if you don't know how to play around with tofu, it can be bland. It could be void of any real flavor, kind of chewy. But there's actually a lot that you can do. You don't have to hide that it's tofu, but you can certainly make it taste really good.
I mean, that's amazing. So this is a 1 meal portion?
Mm-hmm.
God, that's big.
Yeah.
Delicious. Delicious.
The other thing is that we want to make sure that when you order your meals, you don't feel as if you're not full, that you need something more to satiate your hunger.
Oh my gosh.
So the meals are, I think, very well proportioned, balanced, so that by the time you're done, you're like, or you can't even finish it. You're like, you know what, I've met my limit.
Yeah.
And you can save some for the next day.
Yeah. Now, what I love too, everything's packaged kind of separately.
Right.
And you heat it together and then put it all together. You build it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it kind of true to how we talked about Frederick Social to begin with is that we separate our ingredients so that they can come together the way that you want them to be. But for Social Eats in particular, by separating each ingredient out so they're not touching each other, the purity of that ingredient stays intact. So that, you know, if it sits in your fridge for 3 days, when you put it together, it's not going to feel soggy or anything like that. It'll still taste really good.
Yeah. And you can pair it with kombucha, like I have here.
Yes.
You can order that on the same time.
Right.
And you can get that too. Which is
non-alcoholic beer, kombucha, wine by the bottle. And soon we'll have a new addition, which will be mushroom infused beer.
Whoa. Maybe you will
Feel
drink the
good.
beer there. Maybe
Don't
not.
push it.
No, I won't get excited. Not the beer lover.
Yeah, but the whole point is that you're supposed to feel good about eating these meals. You know, kind of bringing the restaurant dining experience into your own home by having these fantastic, different dishes every night if you so choose. So this one is over a butter bean hummus, and we have a quinoa tabbouleh topped with roasted cauliflower, roasted and seasoned chickpeas, and then pomegranates.
I mean, it's just beautiful. All right. I'm crying from choking. Oh my gosh. All of those flavors together are just, it's like a party.
Yeah.
It's like a party is happening. It's like you get kind of the little sweet from the pomegranate, but the tabbouleh. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have some of this because this is one of my favorite dishes.
Yeah. That is so delicious. I've never even heard of butter bean hummus.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm assuming that is really just bean instead of the chickpea.
So one of the things we don't do in our kitchen is I don't use tahini, so sesame seed and peanut. So that hummus always has tahini.
Oh,
this does not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Is that a big allergen, or is it just not good for you?
So there's quite a few people that have allergies to sesame seeds and peanuts. So
of course,
So we decided that in the kitchen, that's something that we stay clear of. Butterbean is a unique bean because you don't really have to add many ingredients to it.
Ah.
It absorbs the flavor very quickly.
Oh, nice.
So, for example, if you add too much lemon or just a smidge too much garlic, you get those flavors really pop out of the butterbean.
What I love, I'm a big texture person. I love the crunch of the cauliflower and even the pomegranate, along with everything else. It's just really, really, that is amazing. And again, a huge meal.
Yep.
I mean, I could definitely make this a 2-mealer or share, obviously, with somebody. Yeah, no doubt.
And they all are at $16.
Yep.
So really going to try to keep it at that price range, because the idea is that it shouldn't be expensive to transition to a plant-based diet.
Yeah.
And so through Social Eats, it should be that simple, that you can afford it, that you like it. It satiates you, you feel full after it, and you know exactly what goes into each dish.
Yeah. I mean, how great would it be to look at a label and you have 5 ingredients and you're eating all of them, right? It's not something that you can't pronounce. You don't know.
Right.
Well, you might not know the name of some of the stuff, but you'll learn quickly. Right. But it's really, I mean, to me, it is a great way to kind of move into that healthier eating.
Yeah. And whenever we can, we'll get the ingredients from the local farmers. There was a dish that I made yesterday that had lion's mane mushroom. It's a great small company that sells on Market Street, Farmers Market on Sunday.
Okay.
Where we now buy our mushrooms.
Yeah.
So it's not everything, but whenever we can, we'll try to incorporate those seasonal vegetables, fruits, vegetables, and ingredients from local partners.
And this one, it's cold, right? So
yes.
Yeah. So this is and it's so good.
Yeah.
It is so, so good. What a great, I mean, and I would even think an anytime meal, lunch, dinner. Yeah, the flavor is amazing. That is very, very good.
And then in the next coming weeks, we are going to post some family meal options.
Okay.
So if you have gatherings or for Thanksgiving or
so
whatever.
if you wanted something for like 5 people or 6 people or something like that.
Yeah.
More. Okay.
Yeah. So that's coming hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so.
Oh, well, how good would that be for the holidays? Oh my gosh. Having something like that.
Razzle dazzle, put it in your own dish and say, hey,
I shall.
made this. Isn't it so great?
Well, I've given away my secret, but that's okay. That's okay. You should too. These meals, honestly, are delicious. They're beautiful. You will be the king or queen of the kitchen if you send one of these out. Maybe if you're on a date and you're cooking for your date, I would recommend getting it from here. Look, we think this is great. I think this is going to take off. You better be ready. Better be ready.
Bring it on.
You can order online right now, frederick-social.com. Go to Social Eats, the tab, and you can see the menu that is coming up. You can order the week before your delivery, so by Monday or by Thursday, right? You order for the following week.
Yes.
Go check out the menu. Some of the stuff on there is just extraordinary. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. All right. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, we're going to take one more quick break. Then we're coming back to talk turkey trot and pop shop stuff. It's all coming up right after these couple messages. Let me get them going here. Here we go.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right, A&S Construction. a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business right here in Frederick. They specialize in roofing and siding. They can take care of windows and gutters and even patios and decks. If you have all those leaves on your roof right now, have them come out and put that gutter fit thing they put on my gutters to keep the debris out and let the water in. Oh, it's going to make such a great fall for us. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, as a Good Morning Frederick viewer, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, $50 off any roof repairs. Please tell Sandra you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. All right, it's time for Doing Good in the Neighborhood. We've got that sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? It's simple. They're a full-service travel agency to save you countless hours of online research. They have the relationships with the suppliers that are going to give you the best value, and they monitor your bookings for unexpected schedule changes. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com right now. Get started on your dream vacation. Well, the Turkey Trot is in its 22nd year. I had no idea how many people actually participate. I was off by thousands. Here's Tamara with the scoop. Well, I am not one who loves running, but I do love supporting great causes. And if you are looking for a way to support a great cause on Thanksgiving Day, it's the Turkey Trot. And there are like 1,000 runners who participate in this. Is that right, Tamara?
Actually, we had over 4,300 registered participants last year. Yes, we were one of the largest turkey trots in the state.
Wait. Did you say 4,300?
Yes, 4,300.
I had no idea. Oh my God. Half of Frederick is there. That's awesome.
Everybody comes out to join us on Thanksgiving morning for a brief run before they start their day with their Thanksgiving meal.
Yes, 4,300 people. All right. And what organization are you with?
I am with Shepherd Pratt. We are the largest private nonprofit provider of mental health and other services here in Maryland.
Yeah, and we love what you guys do for our community. And wow, 4,000. How long have you guys been doing the Turkey Trot?
This is our 22nd year.
Oh, wow. Phenomenal. That is just amazing. And I love the photos of people all dressed up. A lot of people come in kind of in the holiday gear to run it's a 5K, right?
Yes, it is either a 5K family fun run or a 1K walk run. So it depends on what your speed is.
I could do that for sure.
Yes.
How have you guys grown this event to 4,300? That is just ginormous.
It really has grown over the last few years, I would say, by kind of some leaps and bounds. I think, again, people are just excited to get out and do something Thanksgiving morning. That's a lot of friends and family that come together. We see large groups of families join on that day, which is really something special. And I think just honestly, people do enjoy giving back to a good cause. So I think that people understand and realize that their registration supports Shepherd Pratt and the programs and services that we offer to people both within Frederick and more broadly across the state of Maryland.
Yeah. I think it's the moms kicking people out of the kitchen for the day. I don't know. Maybe.
You might be right on that. Yes. Give me some free time so I can get this ready and then come back.
That's right. How do you guys, the logistics to get 4,300 people in and out? How does, my goodness, I'd love to talk to your race director. That's amazing.
Well, we have a great race partner and our events director is magnificent as well. And we really have created a well-oiled machine over these last few years. We have the packet pickup happen ahead of time, a couple of days prior to the race day, so that we can really streamline things come race day. Everybody can just walk on and get ready to run and have fun.
That's amazing. Okay. If people are interested in registering for the race, there is still time to do that, correct?
There is still time, actually, all the way up until the day prior. We have online registration open through November 26th. And then the day of packet pickup on November 27th, they can come to our packet pickup location and register in person there.
Okay. And where do those packet pickups happen?
Yes, I knew you were going to ask that. It is at the Hampton Inn Frederick off Buckystown Pike.
Okay. Yeah, right. I got you. Right across kind of from the FSK Mall. That's very good. And when with the proceeds that you guys raise from this, just broadly, can you talk about some of the programming that Shepherd Pratt does for our community?
Sure. We have outpatient mental health clinics. We have special education schools. We have other kind of more community support programs. We do, within Frederick, we do not have hospitals. We have one located in Towson, Maryland, as well as one located in Elkridge, Maryland. But truly, it supports more broadly our Care and Services Fund, which supports, our clients, our patients, our students and residents across all of our programs across the state.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to be talking to one of your colleagues about the veterans services that you guys are launching, which I think is phenomenal as well. I think you guys are, really, we know the mental health things that we deal with in our community. They're in the forefront, and we need people like you that are helping our community members. Okay, so we want people to register for the Turkey Trot. Is there anything else that happens at the race that you'd like our viewers to know about?
There's obviously a DJ there, so you've got music, you've just got a fun atmosphere happening. It really is, I think, more about just the family atmosphere that's going on. As you said, people are dressing up in costumes. We've got people dressed up as turkeys. They've got, different things that they're wearing. We've seen actually some of the turkey, head hats before. And then you've got the people who are dressing up for future holidays. We've got some Santa Claus that run the races as well. So we have a really fun time. We have a bunch of different blow-ups, there along the race that are supportive of Thanksgiving. So we're looking forward to a good time.
Oh, that is awesome. I will make sure that the link is on screen for our viewers. Join 4,300 other people on Thanksgiving morning and help Shepherd Pratt in the meantime. We love that. We get something and we give something at the same time. I think there's nothing better than that. And the 27th year, right?
22nd year.
22nd year. I'm pushing you guys. I'm aging you guys. We don't need to do that.
We want to be around for the 27th as well.
Yes, of course. Well, I can't wait till the 25th. We'll have to do something big there. But you guys keep doing what you're doing. We think it's wonderful. We're so proud that you're part of our community and helping people who live here. And we are here for you for sure. And we'll make sure it's on our calendar as well to remind you guys you can register up until the day before and get out there and get your run on before you stuff yourself full of turkey.
Exactly. Join us on Thanksgiving Day. We look forward to seeing all those runners out there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. I know we're running really late, but I can't go any further without kind of showing you guys or having Michelle explain what this tasting event that she does. Sorry, I'm again looking for this stuff. I should have been more prepared. The root beer tasting, the family challenge is coming up Saturday. Get your tickets right now. Here's Michelle from Pop Shop.
Michelle, what is the tasting? You have I think it's a family challenge?
Yes, so we are going to try to do a challenge where you try birch beer, root beer, sarsaparilla, and sort of notice the differences, the similarities, and then sort of choose your favorite. We're going to sample 6 different ones side by side, and then after you taste those 6, and I talk profusely about all of them, then you're also going to get a float with your favorite flavor. And then we have a little goodie bag, and then you have, a discount on all your purchases for the day. And since we are getting out our Christmas candy right now, you can already start your shopping early.
Yes. So is there some hot Christmas candy that you have out?
We are still rearranging, but we've got every one of these fun candy canes. We will definitely have possum back. This is our sour cream and onion.
Oh my.
We've got some of the Girl Scout cookie mint ones. And
those are cool. If I
some
like
bacon.
Oh, that's
Bacon.
an awesome one right there.
I don't know how that tastes.
Probably terrible, but it's okay.
Hot dog.
Yeah,
Because
that
we
hot
need a
dog
hot
candy
dog.
was interesting.
Yes.
Yes, I've tried that.
So I think that's all in this box
Yeah.
right now that I'm unpacking to try to
Yeah.
figure out. We've got some ducks. We've got some really fun. We've got a screaming Christmas goat.
Yeah.
You know,
I love it.
you don't want your Christmas goat to be cold, so put
No.
them in a Christmas sweater.
That's right. That's right. All
And
right.
of course,
So the tasting for families, those tickets just opened up, and it is
Yes.
November 9th.
November 9th.
And you have 3 sessions.
We have 3 sessions that day.
So you're going to want to get your tickets for that. All right. Whoops. There we go. All right. Yes. Get your tickets for the root beer tasting. If you go to northmarketpopshop.com, you can get them there. All right. Coming up on tomorrow's show, Bob and Chris from WFMD's Morning News Express. I have Lex Figueroa from CMIT Solutions here to help businesses stay safe and compliant when it comes to their IT solutions in a way that makes you more than just a client with them. He's a great guy, and I think you're really going to like him. And Sam Vitale, this guy is a gem, and I'm so excited to introduce you to him. In the meantime, go ahead and Google Sicilian tenors and then watch the show tomorrow. All right, tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Get out there. Do what I know we know how to do as American and as Frederictonians. Get out there and be great, Frederick.
Downtown